Welcome back to Houston Life. Jeremy Piven's acting career spans more than 30 years with roles in movies like Serendipity, Old School, Black Hawk Down, forgot about that one, and dozens more. But perhaps his most iconic role was in the HBO hit series Entourage, where he played Ari Gold, a Hollywood movie super agent who never took no for an answer.
Oh, Ari Gold. And now the Emmy and Golden Globe Award winner wants to share the last laugh of the year right here in Houston with a handful of stand-up comedy shows at the Houston Improv this weekend. Jeremy, welcome to the program. Thanks for coming to the studio today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Yes, 30 years. Good God Almighty. You had to let everyone know I'm really old. Thank you.
Listen, I appreciate it. That is tough to do in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And last time you were on Houston Life, it was by Zoom. You told us about how at 8 years old, your sweet mother, Joyce, started teaching you. She was your acting teacher.
Yes.
Grew up in Chicago, second city. And at that time in your life, could you have imagined a career like the one you've built?
No, not at all. I thought I would be the first Jewish linebacker to play in the NFL.
What?
Unfortunately, there aren't any of us out there. But speaking of Delulu, to circle it back earlier, I am delusional, and it's one of my greatest qualities. Because it's important, as you know, to be delusional, because otherwise you let things like reality get in your way. And that's why, I was dumb enough to think, okay, just keep acting, keep doing your thing. I've been a journeyman actor and made 117,000 movies, and I've been doing stand-up and loving it. And hence why I'm here in your fine town and I'm not just saying this, one of the best venues in the country.
Oh, yeah.
The Improv.
Improv is amazing.
Yeah.
Now, taking lessons from your mom has to be when you start at such a young age, listening to your mom in the beginning of just that as it is, you don't want to listen to her, but when she puts you in a role like this, is this a career you always wanted to do, or did she kind of lead you to that career path?
She led me to it. You know, when I was a kid, you're 8 years old and you just want to play outside. And they would, they'd have me get up on stage, and we were playing on stage. And the stuff that they instilled in us, this is going to sound like a bad TED Talk, so I apologize. But she said, get up on stage and just know that you're enough. And that's so empowering that no matter who you are, you're enough. Because a lot of times we're like, I don't know if I can do this. And it's like, so you got up on stage and I was improvising and butchering Chekhov and other great works of art from a very young age, and then just kept going, and then ultimately got lucky. My mom said, "Do you know the last time you were in Houston?" And I said, "No, we lived here when I was a child."
You did.
My father was a professor at the University of Houston. Your mascot, this is a true story, jumped on me. I was a little, 5-year-old child. And she said, "Last time you were in Houston, you were pounced on by a cougar." I said, "Mom, that's a Tuesday night for me." Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Wow.
Oh, we're still doing the interview?
Hey,
still going?
This is breaking news.
Yeah,
I had no idea your dad was a professor at U of H.
Yeah, that's what you took out of the story?
The cougar thing sounds like another day.
Back to the cougar.
Yeah.
What I took out of it was that your dating life is very exciting.
No, it's actually not, hence why the only stories I have are with my mom. My mom, I do lines with my mom. I mean, I run lines. I run lines with Joyce Piven.
Okay, so
She's been my acting teacher since I was 8.
Right.
So everything you saw me do during Entourage, my mom was literally just had the script.
Reading lines with you.
Yeah, and testing me on my lines.
So as Ari Gold, you were using shouting expletives at your mother.
At Joyce Piven. And she was playing drama Turtle E. And I'm going to tell this story on stage. If anyone wants to come, leave your family. Listen to me right now. Look at your TV, kids. Leave your family and come laugh with me at the Improv this weekend.
Oh, I thought you meant leave them permanently.
Just leave them. Just leave them behind.
Yeah, it got very dark.
Emancipate yourself.
Sell the house, sell the car,
Get
sell
away
the kids.
from them.
Come with me, join the circus.
Hey, do you ever get sick of people talking about Entourage? Because as you mentioned, you have done so many movie roles. You've been all over the place, which is hard to do as an actor. And a lot of times when someone has such a big, iconic role like Ari Gold on Entourage, they kind of want to divorce themselves from it. But it seems like you really embrace it.
I didn't because I grew up as this journeyman stage actor in Chicago, and Ari Gold is very much a Hollywood big shot, where his ideology is all about the money. And I just love to work. So when people would mistake me for Ari Gold, at first it was very confusing, and then I grew to love it. Because if you play a character authentically and people identify with it, when guys come up to me and go, "I'm a douchebag because of you, bro." And you're like, "Sir, I'm at the urinal. Please stop touching me."
It's not one of those. Not one of those hug it out moments. That's
No,
for
you don't
sure.
wanna hug it
No.
out. No.
It depends.
So yeah, indeed. That's a whole other segment.
It's a different show.
It's a different show. Yeah, for a different demographic. But I actually have just done the role of my life. I've been working with my sister. She and I both studied with my family. And my mom gave me this short story by Arthur Miller called The Performance. My sister adapted it and directed it, and we're going to premiere it at the Palm Springs Film Festival, January 7th. And I play a Jewish tap dancer that hides the fact that he's Jewish to dance for Hitler.
Wow.
And everyone, I know, heavy.
Wow.
And it's unfortunately very relevant to these times.
Yeah.
And so it's something I've been working on for almost 12 years. And it's an independent movie, so every time I tried to get the money and I couldn't, and every no I heard, I just got better and better at tap dancing because I kept going. So I've been now studying tap for 10 years, and then we filmed it, and I could actually play the role.
Professional tap
I'm not making this up. I know. By your face, it sounds like I'm making it up.
Jeremy, I took tap at UCLA.
Okay.
And my mom was a tap dancer.
Oh, okay.
And I know how hard it is.
It's
so
hard.
tapping for 10 years.
It's hard.
Next time you come on Houston Life, will you tap for us?
I would be honored to, and we'll talk about the performance. Because for me to tap in these shoes, it'll look like I'm, what's the word, crazy, right?
Delulu.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Jeremy, we can't wait
Oh, no,
to
it's
see
not
the
over.
show.
We're going to keep going.
You're going to hang around?
Yeah, for another 20, 25 minutes.
Live TV,
Well,
you know it. And you thrive in live scenarios,
Absolutely.
which I love so much.
Yeah,
Jeremy.
yeah.
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Absolutely.
Great to
Thank
see
you. For more info on how to catch Jeremy's shows at the Improv Weekend, just look for the Scene On section at HoustonLife.tv.
All right, it's going to be a great show this weekend. ImprovTX.com as well.